Before we start, we would like to thank you for your support. Today we will be talking about how America became the #1 superpower, so make sure to watch the whole video. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this channel we tell you all the unknown facts and stories that will help you to see the world from a different perspective. So if you are interested, then hit the subscribe button now. How America became the world's #1 superpower. Before going into the details, let us look at some facts related to superpowers. The term superpower is relatively new in international relations, first used after World War II. Superpower is a state that can deploy the most significant amount of military force anywhere in the world within a short time frame. A superpower must possess a large population, abundant resources, industrial capacity, and military technology. Only two countries meet these requirements, the United States and Russia. The United States is widely regarded as the world's only superpower. As of today, the US spends more on its military than the next 10 nations combined. It has a significant technological edge over its rivals and can project power worldwide through a network of military bases, alliances, and partnerships. While Russia is considered a great power, it lacks the global reach and resources of the United States, making it technically a superpower. China is an emerging power with a growing economy and military capabilities, but it does not yet meet the criteria to be considered a superpower. Other regional powers such as India, Japan, Germany, and Brazil play significant roles in international affairs, but they lack the global reach and influence of the United States or Russia. In fact, the US dollar is the most widely held currency in the world. According to the International Monetary Fund, the US dollar accounts for 60% of all foreign bank reserves and 40% of all money held by households and firms outside the United States. Most international transactions are conducted in US dollars. What makes this even more impressive is that only 5% of the world's population lives in the United States. This means that every American has roughly 20 times more purchasing power than someone living in another country. Now you can easily understand why the US is known as a superpower. But there is one thing that you should remember. The US didn't always have all of this. At one point in history, the richest man in America was worth less than $200 million. And that was in 2009. During those days, the King of England could buy Manhattan for $24.60. And in 1869, an Englishman could exchange his £5 for 200 acres of land in Nebraska. There was a time when European rulers looked down upon Americans. They used to think that Americans are just rude barbarians. But how did things change so rapidly? How did America become the richest country in the world? Let us find out in today's episode of Facts Matter. Part 1. Geography. When Europeans first started exploring North America, they had no idea what a valuable land they had found. At that time, Europe was the epicenter of global trade. The continent dominated global commerce and had immense wealth, while the Americas were seen as vast but empty wilderness. However, the situation soon changed as the Industrial Revolution shifted the economic center of the world to Europe. The abundance of natural resources in the Americas proved crucial, providing the raw materials needed to fuel factories and power machines. The United States, in particular, benefited immensely from its vast reserves of coal, iron ore, and oil, which enabled it to develop into a major industrial powerhouse. Additionally, America's geographical position between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans made it a strategic hub for international trade. The Panama Canal, built in the early 20th century, further enhanced America's prominence by providing a shortcut for ships traveling between the two oceans. Overall, America's favorable geographic location played a pivotal role in its rise to economic prominence during the Industrial Revolution. Its access to abundant natural resources and strategic waterways enabled the nation to establish itself as a global commercial hub and power player. Part 2. Foreign investment. In the early years of its existence, the United States received significant foreign investment, primarily from Great Britain. British investors were attracted to the vast natural resources and immense potential of the American market. They recognized the opportunity to generate substantial returns by investing in industries such as railroads, factories, and mines. Moreover, the stability and security offered by the United States compared to other parts of the world made it a desirable destination for investors seeking to safeguard their capital. British investment played a crucial role in financing the expansion of American industries and infrastructure during this period. For example, British investors heavily financed the construction of railroads, which helped connect distant markets and facilitate the transportation of goods and people. By providing the necessary capital for infrastructure development, foreign investors laid the foundation for sustained economic growth in the United States. Furthermore, the influx of foreign investment contributed to the accumulation of wealth and the creation of new industries and jobs, which helped propel America towards becoming a dominant economic power. The favorable investment climate and immense potential of the American economy attracted foreign investors who sought to capitalize on the growth opportunities and reap the rewards of a thriving market. Part 3. Slavery. Slavery had a significant impact on the development of the United States. The institution of slavery played a vital role in shaping the American economy, society, and identity. The forced labor of enslaved Africans was central to the growth of the southern states, particularly in the production of cash crops such as cotton, tobacco, and rice. This economic reliance on slave labor contributed to the wealth and power of the plantation class in the antebellum South. Additionally, slavery deeply divided the nation, leading to increased sectional tensions and ultimately culminating in the Civil War. The abolition of slavery in 1865 had profound consequences for the United States, marking a turning point in its history. It led to the expansion of civil rights, the Reconstruction era, and ongoing struggles for racial equality. The legacy of slavery continues to shape American society and identity, raising important questions about race, equality, and justice. Part 4. Industrialization. Industrialization transformed the United States in profound ways, laying the foundation for its emergence as a global superpower. Several key factors contributed to the rapid industrial growth of the nation. First, the United States had abundant natural resources, including vast coal, iron, and oil deposits, which fueled the factories and powered the machinery that drove industrial production. Second, the availability of cheap land and abundant labor, both from European immigrants and enslaved Africans in the South, provided a cost-effective workforce and access to raw materials. Third, the government implemented policies that promoted industrial growth, such as protective tariffs and land grants for railroads. The combination of these factors led to the rise of major industries including railroads, steel and automobiles, and the growth of large cities and a wealthy industrial class. Industrialization brought about significant changes in American society, including the rise of new technologies, mass production, and urbanization. It also led to the emergence of labor unions and social reform movements aimed at addressing the challenges faced by working-class Americans. Overall, industrialization was a pivotal force in shaping the United States into an economic powerhouse and set the stage for its future global dominance. Part 5. World Wars. The United States' involvement in the two world wars played a pivotal role in its transformation into a global superpower. Prior to the 20th century, the US had largely remained isolated from European conflicts, focusing on westward expansion and domestic development. However, the two world wars thrust the nation onto the world stage and had profound consequences for its global standing and power. During World War I, the US joined the conflict in 1917, providing crucial military and financial aid to the Allied powers. Although American involvement came late in the war, it contributed significantly to the eventual victory over the Central Powers. This participation established the US as a major player in international affairs and a force to be reckoned with on the world stage. After World War I, the US emerged as a creditor nation, holding substantial loans from European countries. Following World War II, the US emerged as the world's dominant superpower, replacing Great Britain. The country had suffered minimal damage during the war, and its economy was in a strong position. The US also played a crucial role in the formation of the United Nations and other international organizations, aimed at preventing future conflicts and promoting global cooperation. The wars resulted in significant technological advancements, including innovations in weaponry, communication, and transportation. These advancements not only enhanced the military capabilities of the US, but also had broader implications for industries and society as a whole. Moreover, the wars led to increased government involvement in the economy through policies such as the GI Bill, which provided education and employment benefits to returning veterans. These measures contributed to the growth of the middle class and the expansion of economic opportunities. The legacy of the World Wars continues to shape the United States' role in international affairs, its military and technological capabilities, and its economic and social landscape. These were the main reasons why America became the world's biggest superpower. If you think we missed out any point, then do mention it in the comments section below. Also, if you learned something new, then press the like button and share this video with your loved ones. Lastly, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to see us in the next episode. Thank you for watching.